700,000 people. That's how many Americans get their gallbladder removed every single year. And almost all of them are told the exact same thing. You don't need it. Take it out. You'll be fine. But here's what nobody tells you in that consultation room. Years later, your body pays a price. And in the next 5 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly what that price is, and more importantly, how to fix it. Before we talk about what goes wrong, you need to understand what this organ was actually doing for you. Your liver makes bile, constantly. The gallbladder's job is simple. It stores that bile and concentrates it. Then, every time you eat, it squeezes and releases that bile into your small intestine so you can break down fat. And that fat breakdown process matters way more than people realize. It's how you absorb vitamin A, D, E, and K. It's how you pull anti-inflammatory omega-3s and antioxidants out of your vegetables. Bile is also how your body clears out excess cholesterol and hormones like estrogen. It even has antimicrobial properties that keep bacteria in your gut in check. Remove the gallbladder, and none of that machinery works the same way again. Most people never ask why they got a gallstone. They just get told to remove it. Here's the real story. A stone is usually crystallized cholesterol. When there's too much cholesterol and not enough bile acid to keep it dissolved, the bile thickens into sludge, and sludge eventually hardens into a stone. A few things drive this. Low-fat diets. Ironically, fat is what triggers the gallbladder to contract. Starve it of fat, and it gets sluggish, weak, and bile just sits there. Excess estrogen, which is why pregnancy and birth control pills raise your risk. Insulin resistance, usually from too many refined carbs. A sluggish thyroid, which slows this whole system down. None of that gets fixed by removing the organ. The surgery treats the symptom, not the cause. So what actually happens after the gallbladder is gone? You end up with one of two problems: too much bile dumping into your intestine, or too little. Too much bile usually shows up as diarrhea. If that's you, certain fibers can help bind excess bile. Psyllium husk, pectin from green apple peels, steamed okra, beets, and kale. A good probiotic helps too. Too little bile looks different. Constipation, pale or floating stools, rising cholesterol, and that same tight, achy feeling under your right rib cage, even years after surgery, because the ducts are still there. They just removed the storage tank, not the plumbing. If you're dealing with this, taking a bile supplement like ox bile with meals can make a real difference. And if you've noticed you can't see well at night, or your eyes feel constantly dry, that could be a vitamin A deficiency, a direct result of not having enough bile to absorb it. Now, here's the part almost nobody mentions: choline. Choline stops cholesterol from crystallizing into sludge in the first place. It's one of the most important nutrients for preventing gallstones, and most people are deficient in it. You get it mainly from egg yolks, seafood, and liver, but here's the kicker. Roughly half the population has a genetic variation that makes it even harder to process choline efficiently. Stack that on top of the fact that most people don't eat enough choline-rich foods to begin with, and you can see exactly why gallbladder problems are so common, and why so many people never see it coming. So here's the bottom line. Whether your gallbladder is still in or already out, this system, bile, the liver, the pancreas, doesn't run on its own. It depends on what you eat, your hormone balance, and nutrients like choline. If you've had your gallbladder removed and you're still dealing with pain, bloating, or digestive issues, it's not just in your head. There's a reason, and there's usually a fix. If this helped you understand your own body a little better, hit subscribe, because next week I'm breaking down a simple acupressure technique for gallbladder pain relief, even if you've already had the surgery. I'll see you in the next one.